becoming super successful is that most people hated her. Keep in mind, these are her peers. You know, this isn't like just random people on the internet. She's literally like, 16, 17, leaving high school to pursue a career that people are telling her that she could never have, you know? Also, the guys she was writing these songs about, they were still in school, you know? They were still there.
Being a megastar like Taylor Swift means no walking in the park. The glitz and glamour we see of these elite celebrities is just what they want us to see. Definitely not the reality. The empire Taylor has built around her takes a mountain of hard discipline and an army of people to keep things running without a hitch. But then she might have crossed a line with her extravagant rules. The right team, strict rules, you have to have it all dialed in. She's forever in the spotlight, and let's just say the headlines aren't always flattering. Behind the scenes, Taylor is known to run a super tight ship. Her team, they know the drill. Lips sealed at all times. But, of course, whispers always find their way out. Over the years, a few juicy details have slipped out about some of the unique and honestly surprising rules she has for those in her inner circle. Here's the scoop on what it's like behind the scenes for anyone working with Taylor Swift, according to some who've dared to spill. Number 1. Sign, seal, and don't speak. Word on the street is that anyone who gets close to Taylor, whether an employee or even a romantic partner, has to sign a non-disclosure agreement. It's like a top-secret pact to make sure her world stays, well, her world. Sure, a lot of companies require NDAs, but Taylor takes it to another level. Rumor has it that in 2014, she even made journalists sign NDAs before previewing her album 1989. With so many people buzzing about her every move, it makes sense she'd want to keep those inner details under lock and key. Number 2, pretty privilege is real. Now, if you've ever heard that Taylor likes to be surrounded by beautiful people, you're not alone. According to a so-called former assistant spilling to Star magazine, Taylor has a preference for hiring good-looking folks and uses them like her personal wallpaper of sorts. Apparently, she sees herself as a cut above the average crowd and wants her crew to reflect that. But don't worry, she makes exceptions for people with real star power, like her longtime pal Lena Dunham, who's famously talented. Taylor has a surprisingly strict beauty standard for her staff, according to juicy reports. Back in 2016, Star magazine, as shared by Celebici, quoted an insider who claimed Taylor's got a thing for only hiring pretty people. Allegedly, she surrounds herself with model-esque employees, using them almost like beautiful wallpaper to enhance her environment. Number 3, the coffee commandment. And don't even think about messing with her coffee order. Taylor's known for being exacting when it comes to her caffeine fix. She even launched Taylor's Latte at Starbucks to celebrate Red, Taylor's version, with her go-to caramel non-fat latte. Rumor has it that Taylor expects her coffee order to be precise every time. No changes, no experiments. Want to stay on her good side? Number 4, cat people only. If you're not a fan of felines, you might want to think twice about joining Taylor's team. She's an obsessed cat lover and expects her crew to be just as smitten. As of last count, Taylor's the proud cat mom to 3 fur babies, Meredith Grey and Olivia Benson, her 2 adorable Scottish folds, and Benjamin Button, her precious ragdoll. And don't think you can get away with a half-hearted, "they're cute." Taylor wants her employees to be fully on board with her kitty family, even learning the ins and outs of caring for them. So if you're in her world, you'd better be ready for cat hair on your clothes and a whole lot of cat talk.
Just wanted to show the legs, because as I was telling you ahead of time, you're going to walk home with more than maybe just a trophy tonight. I think lots of men.
I'm not going to walk home with any men tonight. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, and then I go home to the cats.
No men allowed.
Number 5, Team Coke. No Pepsi allowed. Now, for the ultimate loyalty test, bring a Pepsi around Taylor and you're risking it all. Back in 2013, Taylor became the face of Coca-Cola's Stay Extraordinary campaign, and since then, she's been all in for Coke. This isn't just a preference, it's practically a rule. She's built a serious partnership with Coca-Cola, so her team knows it's Coke-only territory. If you're on her team, don't even think about a Pepsi slip-up. Number 6, no pics, no recordings, not even a sneak peek. Taylor Swift is famously protective of her work, and she's not about to let a stray recording or photo spoil her plans. Ever since she burst onto the music scene, she's dealt with lawsuits and copyright laws, so it's no wonder she guards her creative process fiercely. The staff know the rule that there should be, and that is absolutely no recording when she's in the studio or working on something new. As Taylor once confessed to Jimmy Kimmel, she has what she calls maybe irrational, maybe not, fears about security breaches, wiretaps, and people spying.
Okay, I'm well aware that this is not a talent, but this is like the only thing that I can do.
I have some more strict rules that Taylor Swift makes her employees follow, and let's jump into this one. No photos or recordings are allowed. Taylor Swift is known for keeping her upcoming projects tightly guarded until they're ready for the public eye. And given her history with copyright claims and legal battles in the music industry, it's no surprise that she's very protective of her work.
To prevent leaks that could spoil a surprise release, she's even gone so far as to blast heavy metal music at listening parties to keep outsiders from eavesdropping. And she doesn't play favorites. Just ask Ed Sheeran. When collaborating with Taylor, he had to listen to their song through a headset plugged into an iPad that was locked in a briefcase. Yep, even her A-list pals have to follow the no leaks rule. Number 7, you better be all about female empowerment. If you're on Team Taylor, supporting women isn't just encouraged, it's practically a job requirement. Taylor's been vocal about women's empowerment for years, and after her very public feud with music industry mogul Scooter Braun, she's been especially fierce about challenging sexism in the business. Since then, she's made it her mission to call out misogyny and rally for change. Rumor has it that Taylor's female employees are more than just colleagues. They're like a sisterhood, her famous girl gang. They lean on each other for support, sharing in their struggles that only women in the industry really understand. If you're working with Taylor, you'd better believe in the power of sisterhood. Number 8, high style standards. Style standards are high. Fashion mishaps not allowed when it comes to style. Taylor's team knows the bar's sky high. She's a bona fide fashion icon, known for slaying every red carpet and street style moment with her carefully curated looks.
No, whether strolling down the street or going to an award show, Taylor Swift is always a showstopper. She's always looking on point. As a recognized style icon, her glam team is well aware of her exacting standards and never fails to meet them. Styling Taylor Swift requires precision as well as adherence to specific instructions. No deviation from them.
Her glam squad has their hands full, meeting her exacting standards. But Taylor's hands-on too. In fact, in 2018, Maria Busalati, the president of one of her favorite brands, Faith Connection, spilled that Taylor personally picks pieces for her look. Number 9, she loves her fans more than her staff. Taylor Swift's team has one rule they can't ignore: treat her fans with respect. Unlike other celebrities who have a reputation for brushing off fans, Swift is known for her warmth and generosity. Greg Dent, her former bodyguard, has even claimed that she might be too fan-friendly. Recalling Swift's interactions with fans, Dent described how she would stop to greet him no matter the situation, adding during a courtroom testimony involving a lawsuit with DJ David Mueller that her fan-friendly approach sometimes made his job tougher. Echoing these sentiments, Swift's former manager, Rick Barker, shared that Swift is adamant about giving her fans a memorable experience, especially during meet and greets. One of the things Taylor insists on is that fans aren't rushed, Baker said, as reported by Pollster through Pop Crush. Though the moments may be brief, Swift wants fans to feel valued, steering clear of the impersonal cattle call approach common at such events. Number 10. Taylor don't like her staff crossing the line. While some might think Taylor Swift has a bit of a diva vibe, her bodyguards tell a different story. In a 2017 trial involving a DJ who allegedly overstepped boundaries with Taylor, her former bodyguard Greg Dent spilled some tea. He confessed that, in his opinion, Taylor was too fan-friendly, admitting she would stop for him under any circumstances. Too fan-friendly for me. And she didn't just prove it in court. During her Eras tour, she famously told off a security guard who seemed to be hassling a fan. Taylor fiercely stands up for her Swifties, even if it sometimes leaves her bodyguards on edge. But don't get it twisted. She's also protective of her exes. Well, sometimes. Fans loved it when she politely asked them to ease up on John Mayer. So what do you think? Behind this pretty voice and face was this other side of Taylor, which nobody knew. Share your predictions and thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video and want more hot gossip, don't forget to give a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for all the latest updates on Hot Takes.